What's going on, everyone? BouseFeenux here, and boy have I got a video for you. There's a lot going on in the gaming world today, and I wanted to do another news video, so let's go ahead and hop in. First up on the docket, the latest Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which takes the massively successful boots on the ground turned jetpack shooter into space, is already on sale at a whopping 33% off during the Steam Thanksgiving sale, and that's after only being out for less than a month. This is insane when you think about how long it takes Call of Duty games to drop in price. I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, a 5-year-old game mind you, is still $40 on PC. There aren't many games that old that can still command a price that high, but honestly, it's no surprise that Infinite Warfare developers are trying to move copies of the game. I mean, if you think about it, the game was pretty much doomed to fail from the start, between bad publicity, a tired, overused formula, and having one of the most disliked video game trailers on YouTube. It's not really coming as much of a surprise that Infinite Warfare is making its way to the bargain bin. I just didn't think it would be so soon. Honestly, I'm not really sure what they could do to turn this series around at this point. It seems like people already have their minds set up to hate Call of Duty, and anymore, that's just the cool thing to do. Honestly, looking at the single-player gameplay, it seems like a pretty solid-looking shooter if you take the Call of Duty name off of it. I can't say much for the multiplayer, but after seeing a few matches, it seems more or less like the same Call of Duty formula we've been playing for the better part of a decade. In my opinion, the microtransactions and ridiculous overpriced DLC could probably go, though. With this one, they probably should have taken a page out of Titanfall 2's book. Moving on, though, I'd like to talk about The Division, a game that I followed for months through its development, watched all of its trailers for it like I was a giddy middle school girl getting hyped for a One Direction concert, and then I promptly didn't buy it because, frankly, according to the large majority of people playing it, it was a flop. Apparently that's changed though, seeing as YouTubers like Force Strategy Gaming are picking it up and advocating it again. It's even due to their raving reviews of the newly revised game that I had to pick it up myself during the Steam Thanksgiving sale, and to be honest with you guys, I'm really glad that I did. I haven't put much time into this game, but I'm already having a blast. After patch 1.4, the bugs everyone was upset about for so long seem to be almost non-existent. The gameplay feels extremely polished and is definitely more like something that I'd expect from a Tom Clancy game. The physics are awesome, the lighting is great, and the audio detail is phenomenal, but honestly my favorite part so far is the atmosphere in this game. It feels awesome to walk through an empty New York in the dead of winter. Now, as for the content issues the Division faced, it seemed those are turning around as well with the addition of the survival mode. In survival mode, you're essentially dropped at a random spot in the city with almost no gear. On top of that, you're sick with some sort of virus, which almost gives you a time limit. To make matters even worse, there's a raging blizzard outside that forces you to find gear and hot spots to stay warm. To give you an idea of how good this mode is, a lot of people are saying that it's what the Division should have been all along, and it should maybe even be its own standalone game. So if you're like I was, and you're maybe on the fence about giving the Division a shot, I think now is a pretty good time to check it out because you can get the core game and the season pass for less than $50 USD, which is less than just the core game by itself. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was Loot Crate. Now, hang on, don't roll your eyes, just give me a second, okay? For those of you that follow my social media, you'd know that Loot Crate contacted me to sponsor the channel back in October, and I finally started getting the crates. They sent me the Horror Crate, which was the basic core crate back in October, and the Loot Gaming Crate for November. I wasn't exactly a huge fan of the Horror Crate, but it did come with some really cool stuff. It had an art book, a t-shirt, and some other various and sundry things that I thought were pretty neat. The real showstopper, though, was the Mythic-themed Loot Gaming Crate that showed up on my doorstep this morning. My god, I've gotten tons of Loot Crates even before I was sponsored with them, but this one was the absolute best I've ever seen. It came with a Chibi Tarasu PVC figurine from the game Okamiden, a badass letter opener that's actually Alucard's sword from Castlevania 2 Lords of Shadow, an Assassin's Creed shirt that looks pretty dope, and this nifty Dragon Age figurine. Now, before you start disliking the video and screaming sell out in the comments, I just wanted to let you guys know about this because I'm sure some of you get Loot Crates, but you can use my link in the coupon code BouseFeenux that I'll leave in the comments below to get 10% off your next crate. So if you've ever been on the fence about trying Loot Crate, you can do so at a little cheaper of a price. Also, FYI, the Loot Core Crate, which is the basic one, is $14 in the US, and the Gaming Crate is only $25. But from the stuff they sent me, it's worth it to grab a couple of them if you're big into gaming memorabilia like I am. Anyway, if you want to help support the channel, I get a portion of every Loot Crate sale that goes through my link, and if I do well enough, they'll keep sending me free ones to unbox for you guys, so you can continue to see what comes in them if you still aren't sold on it. But that's gonna be it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like down below and consider subscribing for more video game content. Also, if you'd like to see more Division gameplay on this channel, let me know in the comments because I'd kinda like to get into that survival mode. Until next time though, I'm BouseFeenux, I'll see you at the next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.